Hi, hello friends, welcome to the channel. In today's session, we'll be seeing process planning and cost estimation, Unit 5 MCQs from machining time calculation. Question number 1 asks, machining time is a time for which the machine works on the component. Yeah. Option A is given as true, option B is given as false. What is the time for which machine works on the component? The time for which machine works on the component is called machining time. So I'm going with option number A, true. Question number 2. Dash is the distance traveled by the tool to machine the workpiece. Option A is given as length of cut, option B is given as approach length, option C is given as overall length. The distance traveled by the tool to machine the whole workpiece completely. If you are going for tapering, you are going to taper the machine from this end to this end. That one plus you will get overall some distances. That all entire distance traveled by the tool to machine a workpiece is called length of cut. So if you are going for tapering, you will just turn the degree, then you will get tapering. If you just facing up, you just go through the tool. That option. Every operation, for every operation, you will be traveling. You will be traveling with the tool. You will be operating tool. The tool rotates. From there, you will be traveling. That distance is called as length of cut. Question number 3. Dash is a distance a tool travels from the time it touches the workpiece until it is cutting to the full depth. The time it touches the tool here and it goes till the full depth, or time the tool touches here. This two distance the distance the tool travels from the time it touches the workpiece. The tool first touches the workpiece, then we will remove the tool to some extent, then we will be touching then we will be giving feed. That one is called as approach length. Option number A is given as length of cut, option number B is given as approach length, option number C is given as travel over travel. Dash is the distance a tool travels from the time it touches the workpiece until it is cutting its full depth. That is, fully it will be cutting. The time the tool touches the workpiece, the distance a tool travels from the time it touches the workpiece until it cut fully is called approach length. Going with option number B, approach length. Question number 4. Dash is the distance over which the tool idles before it enters and after it leaves the cut. Before entering the workpiece, consider this is as a workpiece. And this is our tool. First there will be some idle time. After the finishing of workpiece, after finishing the operation, there will also be an idle time. The tool will be running till some depth, till some length. That length is called as what? This is the question asked. Dash is the distance over which the tool idles before it enters and after it leaves the cut is called over travel. This is the important formula for length of cut. This in 2 marks questions, sometimes they can ask the formula, a problem with this formula. Length of cut is given as approach length plus length of the workpiece to be machined plus over travel. Approach length means the time that touches the workpiece, the distance traveled by the tool at first. Approach length is the distance a tool travels from the time it touches the workpiece until it is cutting to its full depth, plus length of the workpiece to be machined plus over travel. Over travel is the distance the tool idles before entering and after it leaves the cut. This is the length of the cut. This is a formula for length of the cut. Length of the cut is approach length plus length of the workpiece to be machined plus over travel. Question number 5. Feed. Feed is a distance through which the tool advances into the workpiece during one revolution of the workpiece or a cutter. Question number 5 is given as, option number A is given as true, option number B is given as false. Question number 5, that feed is the distance through which the tool advances into the workpiece during one revolution. How many cut you are giving, how many depth it should cut, how many material should be removed. That is the meaning of feed. Feed is the distance through which the tool advances into the workpiece during one revolution. Consider you are turning a workpiece. Turning means you are removing some metal. First, the material is this much in this condition. Consider this as 5 mm. After one revolution, there is 4.8 mm. Okay, consider. Then how much material is removed? 0.2 mm is removed. So we are giving a feed of 0.2 mm. 0.2 mm is cutted. That is called as feed. Now guys got understand, I think. Feed is the distance through which the tool advances into the workpiece during one revolution is called feed. Okay, this is the tool. This is running. Just imagine it is running. We are keeping this till here to 0.2 mm. It will be cutted in whole state, whole surface, whole circumference. In this area will be cutted to 0.2 mm. That is the feed. It is the distance through which the tool advances into the workpiece during one revolution of the workpiece or cutter. Is called feed. So I am going with option number A, true. Question number 6. What is the unit of feed? Millimeter per revolution. That is, for one revolution, this is the question. For one revolution, how much you are giving? How much material is removed? That is the how much millimeter the material is removed. That is the feed. Okay. What is the unit of feed? How much millimeter removed per revolution? Millimeter or centimeter? Millimeter or centimeter? Millimeter or centimeter per revolution, or millimeter per stroke? For one stroke, that is same. For one revolution is also called as one stroke. So mm per revolution or mm per stroke is the same. So I am going with option number C, both A and B. But this option number D is wrong, because feed is given in millimeter per revolution. For one stroke, how many? For one revolution, how many mm is removed? For one stroke, how many mm of metal is removed? That is the question. That is the operation of feed. That is the work of feed. Okay. For one revolution, how many metal is removed? So I am going with option number C, both A and B. Question number 7. Dash is the thickness of the layer of metal removed in one cut or pass measured in direction perpendicular to the machine surfaces. Option number A, depth of cut. For one revolution, how much thickness is removed? This is the depth of cut. The depth of cut and feed are relatively same only. That is the distance traveled to the tool. Distance traveled to the tool in one revolution. Okay, this is the thickness of layer of metal removed in one cut or pass measured in direction perpendicular to machine surface. Here only for depth of cut, the only thing is we are going against we are going perpendicular to the axis of spindle. Okay, this is the workpiece axis, this is the tool axis. Okay, consider this is the tool axis, this is the workpiece. So we are going perpendicular degree, 90 degree. Okay, depth of cut and feed has the same meaning only, same unit also. Not same unit. This is how much material is removed in one revolution, that comes under feed. How much thickness of metal removed in one revolution, that is comes under depth of cut. Question number 8. Depth of cut is always dashed to the direction of motion, perpendicular direction. Lord. The depth of cut is measured in. Depth of cut is measured in. Question number 9. Depth of cut is measured in. Option number A is mm. Option number B is mm per revolution. Option number C is centimeter. Option number D, both A and C. Mm per revolution for feed and mm and centimeter is for depth of cut. So I am going with option number B, D, both A and C. Question number 10. The feed and depth of cut of a particular operation depend upon. The feed and depth of cut for a particular option depend on. Option A, the material to be machined. Option number A is given as material to be machined. Option number B is given as surface finish. Option number C is given as tool used. And option number D is given as all the above. The feed and depth of cut depends upon material to be machined, surface finish, and tool use. If the tool is lighter, then you can't get more depth of cut. If the surface for less surface finish, you don't need a good depth of cut. That is 0.2 mm is enough. You don't need a good feed. For if the material is cast iron, you have to take more good tool and more power. Then only we get good surface finish. Then only we can take good depth of cut will be more. If for mild steel you are using a material called stainless steel, you will get more you need to give less feed. If you are using aluminum as a tool, the tool will break. So all the characters should be correctly used. What are the factors that determine the depth of cut and feed? Is material to be machined, surface finish, and tool use. So I am going with option number C, all the above. Question number 11. The cutting speed can be defined as a relative speed between tool and the job. Option number A is given as true, option number B is given as false. The cutting speed is defined as a relative speed. The speed between tool and job. In case 1, tool is idle, job is done. That is then also cutting speed is calculated. If both the tools and job both are on and both are running, then also cutting speed is calculated. With tool and job, tool is working and job is idle, then also cutting tool can be calculated. In both the three cases, all the three cases, cutting speed is calculated, and that is called relative speed. In some cases, some will be thinking that if both the cases are moving, we can't calculate. But if the both things are calculated with respect to A, if A is calculated, A is the tool and B is the workpiece. If A and B moves in this direction, we will calculate. We will be saying A is moving at 5 km per second and B is going as 2 km per second. The relative speed will be 3 km per second. A is moving faster than B at a rate of 3 km per second. That is the relative speed. Okay, what is the difference between these two? Only calculation between these two. This is the relative. A is related to B by 3 km per second. Ahead then to B then by 3 km per second. And B is behind A by 3 km per second. That is the relative. We are relating just these two, tool and the workpiece. That is job. So I am going with option number A, true. Question number 12. Unit of cutting speed is expressed in. The unit of cutting speed is expressed in. Option number A is given as meter per minute. Option number B is given as millimeter per revolution. Option number C is given as millimeter. Option number D is given as RPM, rotation per minute. Option number E is given as both A and D. For cutting speed, will be measured in meters per minute and revolutions per minute. So I am going with option number E, both A and D. Question number 13. Cutting speed is given by option number A is going to be given as S is equal to pi d n by 1000 meter per minute. Option number B is given as n is equal to 1000 into S by pi d given as RPM. N is given in RPM, rotation per minute, as angular. This is given in linear motion. You have the same formula. Just S is going to the denominator opponent side. That is, this 1000 is coming to the numerical side of the S. Then pi and d is going to the denominator side. This forms the formula for n. So these two formulas are the same. So I'm going with option number C, both A and B. Thank you guys for watching. If you guys like the video, please like it, subscribe to the channel, and comment. Thank you guys. Thanks for watching. Bye.